and this is Anna and Elena Jean Landstrom. And happy holidays! Yes.
Family to me is pretty much everything. I kind of take into account, like I always think about my family when I'm doing what I love, and I really cherish them a lot. They're really important to me. I was born and raised in Omaha, Nebraska. It was really fun. I mean, it's all I knew. I mean, it's not like we have an ocean or huge lakes or anything like that. And we don't really have mountains, so we just kind of had to make our own fun. Things that I had. So after I graduated high school, I went to cosmetology school or hair school, and I graduated within a year, and then about 2 weeks later I moved to California. It was a huge deal, and I found a job before I moved out here with my best friend, Madison, and we've been working together ever since. Throughout high school I would do hair for prom. I would do my friend's hair. I started doing hair like in class. I would just start braiding my friend's hair. So it really kind of surrounded my everyday life. I started doing my own hair. That's when, you can finally try to express yourself, and I did that through hair. Especially now, I feel that it's been 2 years. I find myself getting a little homesick. I know, I thought it would get easier. I feel like my mom knows everything, and, if I'm struggling with something, I can call her, but it's not the same when I can go and, give her a hug or sit with her, and we always watch sports together, and I can't do that. So when I was around 6 or 7, my parents divorced. Before they split up, I had honestly no idea. I mean, when you're that little, you just think everything is perfect. My dad was an alcoholic, and so that definitely had an impact on it. Yeah. Obviously my dad got his own house, and so anytime it was time to go to my dad's house, I remember crying and latching onto my mom and not wanting to go. But I do remember when I got to my dad's house, it was totally fine, because I was with my sister, and I knew I was gonna go back to my mom's house eventually. So there was a time, I want to say a year ago, where I got a phone call from my uncle who lives in South Dakota at 3 in the morning. That morning, he was found unconscious on the floor of his apartment, and he was rushed to the hospital. My sister and my stepmom were kind of dealing with my dad when when everything was going on and when it got at its worst. And you know, part of them were kind of like glad that I wasn't there to witness some scary things that no one should witness in the first place. I feel like my sister was, I guess she resents me not being there because I guess she thinks I don't understand, you know, the impact that it had. When I was little, me and my dad were pretty close. I guess, like, looking back on it, I was still definitely, you know, a mommy's girl, but, you know, me and my dad we kind of joke around, like, that's our thing, and, I guess compared to now, like, I feel like he thinks I'm still his little girl, and, I can tell it's weird for him that I'm out in California doing my own thing, and I feel like for both of us, we don't know how to communicate the best just because of everything that's happened, and I think he just wants us to have the same relationship that we did when I was younger, but I've clearly like had to grow up really fast living on my own, and so now that I'm like my own adult, I don't really need him a lot, and so rather than calling him for like advice, I'm just like calling to say hey, or you know, how's it going.
What was he like as a person before the alcohol?
Oh, he was great. I mean, he is great. We always joked around, like, he makes everyone laugh about anything. As of today, or currently, he is almost 90 days sober. I wish I was there to see him accomplish these things and, you know, congratulate him and keep encouraging him to move forward in staying sober. You know, because it's not like I want to leave what I've created for my own life here, but of course there's times where I want to just be able to teleport and see my family and hug my dad and tell him that I'm proud of him, and it genuinely makes me so happy to hear the news of him being better.